All right, this is your boy TY Stone Muscle checking in once again. We're going to call this, sorry I keep on playing with my shirt, but I usually don't wear shirts tight like this anymore. But like I said, Amazon sent me a medium instead of my larges or my extra larges like I usually order, and I like the color of the shirt. I'm going to wear it. Probably won't wear it outside the house, but I'll wear it. So this video is, this content subject is called Friends. And let me tell you how important it is to pick the good friends in your life, or pick friends that will have the same interest that you do. And hopefully you don't have any friends who are out there running the streets, carrying guns and knives, and thinking that they got to fight everybody that they run in contact with because they don't agree with whatever it is that they're wearing or how they're looking or how they're acting, the energy and stuff like that. That's dumbness. I heard something like that before, and I just couldn't believe that some of these problems that, some of these guys were causing, shooting and fighting and stabbing for was because they just didn't like the energy that certain guys put off. I never even heard anything so stupid, and I just thought it was the stupidest thing I heard. So I'm going to make a video on it, and hopefully this video gets to the people, gets to the young men and women of the world who are at a crossroads in their lives. They're just, they want to just try something different. They want to do something different. They want to meet different people. They want to be seen and want to be known, instead of doing what it is that they have to do to finish school and college and get out and find themselves a good job and start taking care of your family. My friends, God bless them, all those guys are good dudes to this day. I don't knock them or anything like that. We were bad kids. We were bad kids. I said kids, you know what I mean? The adulthood stuff probably was something like, just like I said, just trying to make some money selling some weed or selling some other stuff. But I've never assaulted anybody. I've never broken anybody's house. I've never even thought about committing a murder. I'm not even in that realm of thought right there. My realm of thought was all about money and just taking care of myself and having some nice clothes and a nice car. I didn't. So make sure you choose your friends wisely, because like I said, my friends were all into just doing things that they weren't supposed to. And at a very young age. So I think I paid for all those things that I've done dearly. I paid for every single thing, every bad thing that I've done, I paid for. I would do time like almost immediately after I would commit the crime or do the transactions and stuff like that. And that's when I knew. I was just like, maybe I should have stuck with this certain friend who could have changed my life, who could have turned my life around. But I want to say that his mother was actually selfish. His mother probably, instead of just sitting him down, could have sat both of us down at the same time and said, I don't want you hanging with my son unless you change your life, unless you do this, unless you go to school and, and get this certain test score and stuff like that. Instead, she just looked out for her son and just didn't worry about anybody else, and which was cool, because it was her son. And maybe she's seen in me that I probably wouldn't change, that it would probably, maybe she's seen something in me. Women are smart. Women are very, very smart, but sometimes they can overthink things. You know what I mean? Like in the case of, me and my friend. Maybe she could have pulled me aside and maybe put me on a straight track. Maybe what she said to him could have put me on a straight track to be like him and get off the streets and stop drinking 40 ounces and smoking marijuana, and just, ripping and running the streets. So, you know, I think when a person is selfish like that, when they could have brought somebody out of that darkness and into the light with a conversation that might have changed that young man's mind, I think it comes back on you. I think there's some kind of karma. There's going to be some kind of karma that's going to make you realize that you maybe shouldn't have left this person behind. Maybe you should have said something to him that might have got to him just like it got to the son, and maybe he could have changed his life around just like the son would have. Not blaming anybody. I'm not saying anything about anybody. I'm not giving up any specific names or anything like that. I'm just talking about a certain scenario, situation, to where as though your son might be the one that you're looking out for and you're taking care of, and you don't want him to get mixed up with friend, the friend over here who's the bad influence, or who you at least think is a bad influence. Pull that young man aside. Pull that young lady aside. There might be something that you might say in that delivery, in that message that you're giving to them, that actually might turn their life around. Make them think that they don't have to be so tough and so bad and skip school and smoke and drink and just do all the stuff that they're not supposed to do, instead of going to school, getting your education, and moving on to the next level. So, this is to all the boys and girls out there, all the young men, all the young girls, ladies and gentlemen out there. Choose your friends wisely, because the friends that you hang around are what you will become eventually. So if you're hanging around a bunch of college students, or you're hanging around a bunch of people who all they talk about is stocks, bonds, real estate, and all that stuff, you're going to eventually be like that person. You're going to start thinking and saying, okay, let me save up my money. Let me invest in these things that they're talking about. Let me plan for my future, because I know that tomorrow it's never promised, it's not guaranteed, and it could wind up, it could be pretty bad for you if you don't plan for something, that you have, for the future. So somebody tried to call me again, so if I just jumped off the subject, okay, it's Ted again. He's one of those guys that, once he calls you, he'll keep calling you until he finds out what it is that you're doing or you're going through. Until he, so I'm actually gonna call him once. I'm gonna call him back once I get off from delivering this video to my YouTube audience. Choose your friends wisely. Don't be that tough guy. Don't be that guy that skips school. Don't be that guy that's a bully. Taking advantage of people you can take advantage of, but don't want to, educate yourself and better yourself. You just want to walk around school or walk around your street, in your town, in your hood, scaring people and just being a person that people don't appreciate and don't respect. Well, they might respect you because you're a tough guy and you can beat up a few people, and might be a little respect, but they're not going to respect you in that light, as far as looking at you as, this guy's a positive influence, he's a role model. He could change my life with some of the things he's saying and doing and conveying to me and so forth. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the friends video, because I think that the people that you hang with, the people that you socialize with, have a lot to do with the outcome of what you're going to be in life, or what you do in life. So if you're hanging around a bunch of thugs who all they do is think about robbing and stealing and drinking all day and smoking and doing all this all day, you're going to fall into that realm. If you hang into people who all they do is their homework as soon as they come home from school, and go out to do some community service, and talk about investments and talk about opening a business, starting a business, that's who you want to hang around. That's who you want to hang around. I'm telling you right now, I've been there, I've done that. Don't do it. Find somebody to hang with who all they talk about is school, education, financial situations, the new cryptocurrencies, or whatever it's called, the Bitcoins and the Dogecoins and stuff. You want to hang with people like that. You don't want to hang with people who are talking about, let's get a nickel bag, let's get a 40 ounce. I want to hang with people who are talking about, let's put the $100 that we make this week into an investment. So that's your boy TY checking in from Stone Muscle, or should I say checking out. I'm going, like I said, I'm back. I had to make some things happen so I could start school in the next month or two. I'm going to go to school, truck driving school, and I'm going to drive rigs. And I'm going to drive them until they say, you know what, man, you crash into everything, and the accidents happen around you and all that stuff. We don't want you working for this company no more. I'm going to work for them until they say, here's your walking papers, you got to go. I don't want to be put in a situation to where as though my truck flips over, or I'm going through a bypass or a bridge or something like that, and the top of my trailer comes off because I didn't read the height of the bypass right and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that can happen with truck driving, so you really got to be safe out there. I'm probably going to do cross country. I'm probably going to do stuff like Wyoming, Idaho, Chicago, California, New Mexico. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm going to try to be the best damn truck driver that I can be. That's all I'm going to say. So let me close this out. Everybody just, stay tuned. I'm back, like I said, for the third or fourth time. And let's get this thing going. Let's talk about life experiences. Let's talk about getting to the next level. Let's talk about putting more money in our accounts, in our pockets, making a better future for our kids, taking care of our parents, our loved ones, watching over for people who can't watch over for themselves. Let's be on point. You know what I mean? Let's do that. All right? Stone Muscle checking out. Peace.